Welcome to the next chapter in our journey through the Philippines. In case you didn't know, my name is Barry and I'm a filmmaker living in Seattle. I've been documenting my experiences traveling through the Philippines since I decided to return to the country this year for my second time. In the last episode, I took you through the lush green jungles of Siargao and also the remote waters of Balabac. And this is episode 2. So we actually had an extra night in Palawan, so we figured, why not spend it in Puerto Princesa? Puerto Princesa is a city smack in the middle of Palawan, and it's the largest major city in the province.
We made it. We're here in Puerto Princesa.
And so we booked the exact same Airbnb we booked before Balabac, and next thing you know, we were off on our adventures through Puerto Princesa. I will say it did kind of feel a little nice to be back in civilization after spending a whole week in the provinces, just kind of living off the grid. But I did miss the locals we met along the way. Quite a lot. But unfortunately, our time in Puerto Princesa was up, and so we hauled our luggages to the airport and made it off to Cebu. And once we were in Cebu, we made it off to the docks. And from there, we hopped on a boat that would take us to our next destination. So Bohol is a massive island to the east of Cebu, and it's around a couple-hour boat ride from it. It's known for its wildlife, its incredible landscapes, and also its very vibrant atmosphere. It was easily one of our most anticipated places in the entire trip. So we arrived, and the next day began our adventures through Bohol. Immediately, I could tell that the nature and the landscapes were much more dense and vast. But the vibe was a bit different from all the other places. The heritage runs deep in this place with its Spanish influence from colonization in the 1800s. Each and every day in Bohol gave us something completely different. That is how diverse this place really is. In fact, I would say that this is the most naturally diverse place I've ever been to in my life. But one thing that remains the same throughout is the Filipino hospitality that honestly I came home to. And when you live in a hospitable community such as this, you're more likely inclined to see more creativity. And that's why we saw a lot of music, a lot of dancing, a lot of art. And because I'm more of a creative person, I shared a lot in common with these people. Life can be really hard for the locals here, but for some reason, these people choose to be hospitable to people they don't even know. So we heard rumors of a pack of wild dolphins sort of circling around in the area. And of course, us, Rose, Nico, and I, we were like, yeah, we want to see some dolphins. We were really excited when we heard this. But the boat captain said, if we want to do this, we have to get up extra early, and it's not always a guarantee. Sometimes they don't even come out at all. But we took the chance, and we got up extra early and made it off to our island hopping adventure. When we arrived at the location, we saw a bunch of other tour boats doing the exact same thing as us. And to be honest, everyone kind of looked bored. And so we waited. After 45 minutes of remaining idle, we honestly just felt like we should just head off to the next island. But then we heard shouting and engines blaring off in the distance. And less than 2 minutes later, so as our trip to Bohol was coming to an end, we couldn't miss the chocolate hills. These last 2 weeks of exploring the provinces of the Philippines were a beautiful break from the common, everyday work and grind back home in the States. A place where no one really judges you. Bohol and Puerto Princesa gave us a deep dive into the rich nature and cultural heritage of the Philippines. The more we learned, the smaller I felt, realizing how big this world is and how much history is involved in each step we take. But soon after, our next big adventure called to us, the cities.